Okay, so for your project here, so R&D Project 3 character modeling, pretty sure that's spelled wrong, is your 3D character based on the design that you chose. So pretty much sort of what we've been discussing here so far is hopefully everyone by now has figured out a character design or a character that they're going to be inspired by in order to create a design from. So for this final part of this assignment, part 2 of this one, I'm just going to ask you to render out at least 2 images of it from any perspective. So side angle, 3/4 view, top-down view, action pose view, whatever you want of your character is what I'm asking for this assignment. It doesn't have to be, super polished or anything like that, but I need to be able to see that you've sort of started to understand how to compose your character based off of the reference image that you chose. If you do choose at the end of this to use a different character because you don't like your character, just please submit your reference image again so that I can see what you're referencing in your design, if it's not like super obvious that I know what it is, since I'm sure some of you know characters and different properties from different shows that I'm not completely familiar with. So at least let me know what it is that you're trying to reference if it isn't an original design of your own. But yeah, so I'm just asking for 2 images from any perspective, and then along with this one, I'm also doing extra credit on this one if you do build sort of a scene or an environment around your character. So if you want to sort of place your character in this sort of natural habitat, or have sort of a room that it wants to be in, or maybe a landscape, there's a bunch of different things you could do for your character. If it was Pikachu, maybe you want to put it in a Pokeball, any sort of environment that you can build for your scene to bring more life to your character, to bring more understanding of it, is encouraged, and you can get extra points for that. And then the other one here I have is if you're able to do a wireframe, which is what we've discussed in class today. So hopefully everyone can figure out how to do a wireframe render of your character. That's also another way to get some extra points for this. So you're going to be submitting your final rendered images, PNG or JPEG, and right here I just have a 16:9 ratio, which is just 1920 by 1080. If you need to go smaller than that because you can't render out the full-size image, just let me know. That's totally cool, since I know some computers are a bit lower on the spec side. But yeah, so render out 2 images of your character from any perspective, and if you want to go for extra points, you can build a scene or render the wireframe. So this will all be due next week, which is the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check. Yep, 28th. So before class, just like we've submitted all of your assignments so far, just submit your 2 images. So that's pretty much it for this. If anyone has any questions on this, let me know now, or if you want to wait till later on to ask me, or send me a message later on, that's totally cool as well. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. I think I've been pretty good about that mostly lately, but sometimes it does take me a little bit longer to get back. But yeah, so again, next week, your final character, 3D character design, rendered out from 2 different perspectives. So at least 2 different angles. Do I have any examples up here of 2 different angles? If I zoom in, maybe it'll load my characters. No, I think I will have from 1 angles here. So, but you should be able to figure out that you can have at least 2 different angles, 2 different perspectives of your character. So that's what's going to be due next week. If anyone does have any questions or anything else that they want to ask me after class, feel free to stick around. But that's going to be it for this class today. So thank you everyone for coming to class today. Have a good rest of the week and weekend.